Hello all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'll talk about how to perform bank account transfer using cash management module. So some of the prerequisites for performing the bank account transfer using cash management module is first you need to ensure that the bank accounts are set up, and second thing is you should ensure the intercompany accounts are set up in general ledger. So let me give you a practical example. So this is my chart of account structure. I have a Reliance group as a business group. Under Reliance group, I have Reliance INR ledger and Reliance USD and Reliance Canadian ledger. Under Reliance INR ledger, I have these two legal entities, Reliance Textiles and Reliance Communications. So as you know, in cash management, your bank account is at a legal entity level. Now I want to perform a bank account transfer between bank accounts which exist under these legal entities. So I have one bank account under this legal entity and another bank account under this legal entity. And now I'll show you how to perform the bank account transfer between the bank accounts which exist under these two legal entities. So uh, as I said, one of the prerequisite for performing the bank account transfer using cash management module is to ensure that the intercompany accounting our intercompany account setup is completed in general ledger module between these two legal entities. Now let me show you that intercompany setup. So first log into your general ledger responsibility, general ledger supervisor Reliance INR, setup, financials, flex fields, key, accounting setup manager, accounting setups, and then query for Reliance INR ledger. I have the primary ledger and secondary ledger. I have another second ledger under Reliance INR ledger. So I should ensure that this intercompany setup is completed under both primary as well as the secondary ledger. So under Reliance INR ledger, under intercompany accounts, click on the update. Here I can see Reliance Communications and Reliance Textiles. So these are the two uh, legal entities which I'll be using in the current demonstration. So first Reliance Communication, click on define relationships. So I have the generic relationship for all the different combinations for this legal entity. So that's the reason I can see all other under this setups. So click on define accounts. So this is my intercompany receivable account and this is my intercompany payable account. If you do not set up this particular intercompany receivable and intercompany payable account under these legal entities, then when you are performing a bank account transfer, after you perform your bank account transfer and when you run your create accounting, you get an error message saying that intercompany system is not able to generate a relevant accounting entries. Similarly, under Reliance Textiles, check the intercompany receivable account and intercompany payable account. So 01 is the company code for Reliance Communications, 02 is the company code for the Reliance Textiles. Now, once you perform your bank account transfer, system should generate some accounting entries, and in order to generate those accounting entries, this intercompany receivable and intercompany payables account needs to be set up. Okay, and then we can close the screen, and then coming back to this prerequisite. I should have mentioned one more. There's one more prerequisite. That's payment template. So that payment template is under cash management responsibility. So again, I have two responsibilities: cash management supervisor. Postpaid and prepaid. So let me just Also, I have one more responsibility for Reliance cotton extraction. So maybe let me just pick up Reliance cotton extraction, this one. So first setup is the template setup, system, payment template. So click on create button. So here I am actually creating a template. In the template, you specify what is the source bank account and what is the destination bank account. And then when you are actually performing bank account transfer, you can just select this particular template so that all the values, whatever you have entered here, will be defaulted to your bank account transfer screen. Okay, so let me just give you some meaningful template name. I can just say it should be something like Reliance. Okay, transfer from, say, if I want to do a transfer from communications to textiles. So I have, so this is my bank account under communications and this is my bank account under textiles. Okay, so I'll just give a naming convention as Reliance transfer between communications and textiles. Okay. Currency is INR. I'll not specify any transfer amount. Bank of source bank account. I want to do a transfer from this bank account to this bank account. So source will be my communications bank account. So my communications bank account is this one. Bank account number. So as soon as I enter the bank account, all of the details got defaulted based on the bank account setup. And my destination bank account will be your Reliance Textiles bank account. This is my destination bank account. Okay. And the other payment details is just an option. So how do you want to make the payment? Maybe how do you want to make a transfer? Maybe it would through a check or it would be an electronic funds transfer. Anything. I'm just selecting something called check and then click on apply. So this completes the setup of the template. Now we will perform the actual bank account transfer. Click on bank account transfers. Click on create. Just select the template, whatever I have created. So as soon as I selected this particular template, see, you can see that source bank account and destination bank account got automatically defaulted. And what is my transfer type, transfer date? Maybe it's today's date, maybe 20 December 2019. And transfer amount, I want to do a transfer of say 15,000 INR. The payment details also got defaulted from the payment template. Okay. So as once you have entered all the required details, just click on apply. I mean, you can directly click on apply and validate, or you can directly click on apply. And if you click on apply, in the next step, you need to click on validate. Maybe there could be some business scenarios wherein you want to give just the apply functionality to particular responsibility and validate functionality to different responsibility. In those cases, you can just hide apply and validate in this in the current responsibility and then enable that in a different responsibility. So for the time being, I'm just showing you the two-step process, which is click on apply. As soon as you click on apply, the status will be new. Okay. And the next step would be to validate. So let me just click on validate. As soon as you validate, you can see the status as settled. And you can click on the hyperlink for the transfer number. Your transfer number is 605. So let me just make a note of this transfer number. Click on hyperlink. So check if there are any validation errors. There are no validation errors, which is good. And then click on view cash flows. When you click on view cash flows, you can see like outflow and inflow. For one of the bank it's an outflow, and for another bank it's an inflow. So here you can see the source bank and the destination bank, or source bank account and destination bank account. So this is the source bank, this is one of the bank account, and this is the opposite bank account for this particular cash flow number. So source and destination. And then if you click on the hyperlink of the cash flow number, okay, you get okay, I think I know the reason you have encountered an unexpected error. That's why I click on this hyperlink. Click on the next hyperlink, 326. Here you can see the reason why you are not able to see the other when you click on the hyperlink for the other row is basically this particular responsibility have access to only one particular bank account. My responsibility is has access to only one particular legal entity, and hence I am able to see the data of only that particular legal entity. Now I'll log into other responsibility, and then I'll click on the same hyperlink and then show you these details from the other responsibility. Okay, and you can see accounting status is unaccounted because we did not run the create accounting. When you click on view accounting details, so and again click on view journal entries, you'll be able to see a standard message: journal entries were not created for this event. Please select another event. So this is cash management Reliance cotton extraction INR, which is under Reliance Textiles. Now, if I navigate to other responsibility, which is under Reliance Communications, so maybe I can go for Reliance Postpaid INR, which is under this, and then go to bank account transfers. Search for my transfer number is 605. Click on this hyperlink and then click on view cash flows, and then click on the first cash flow number. Yeah, so now I'm able to see the required information here. So click on the view accounting details, view journal entries. Again, you should be able to get the same error message. Now let me try to run the create accounting and come back to this particular screen. Create accounting, lens INR, and date up to say 31st December 2019. I want to go for final accounting detail, transfer as transfer to GLS yes, and post in GLS and say no. Let me and then go back to the screen and let's see if system creates an accounting address or not. Let's wait for this program to be completed. We can run the create accounting from any of these responsibilities because that's it at a ledger level. Okay, our create accounting program is completed. Now let's see. Now let us requery this transaction. Let me again requery from here. 605 transfer number. View cash flows. Click on the hyperlink. Here you can see it's accounted. Click on view accounting details, view journal entries. Okay. It still says view journal entries were not created for this event. Please select another event. Click on this. Okay, if I try to select 326, ideally I should not be able to see this. Let us against postpaid INR. Let us try to run create accounting again from this responsibility which falls under Reliance Textiles, and let us see again if you are able to see the journal entries. Let's cotton extraction. Ideally, it's enough if you actually run it from one responsibility, but let us try again from this responsibility as well. Again, you should be able to see the same error message. The reason being, apart from this, the what do you call creation of the template, and after template, we have actually performed the bank account transfer, and there is one more additional step which we need to do. That is nothing but clearing of these transactions. Only once you perform your clearing of those transactions and then run the create account, then only you should be able to see the required journal entries. Okay. Now let us perform this particular clearing of those transactions under both Reliance Communications and as well as Reliance Textiles. Okay. Now first we are under Reliance cotton extraction, which is under Reliance Textiles. So it's clearing. So it should be yeah, manual clearing, clear transactions. So first let me do the clearing of transaction under the Reliance Textiles. So we are under now Reliance Cotton Extraction INR, which is Reliance Textiles. Yeah. Click on find. See, this is what we need to do. Select this particular receipt, click on clear, save this, and perform the same exercise even for the other bank area, which is cash management, Reliance postpaid INR, which is under Reliance Communications. Again, bank statements, manual clearing, clear transactions, and this is my bank account. So under one of the bank account, it's a receipt, and the different other bank account, it's actually a payment. And now run the create accounting. See, now you should be able to see that it is actually triggering the journal input program. So that means it's actually now for creating the journal entries and transferring it to GL. Here you should be able to see the two journal input program should get triggered, one for the primary ledger and other for the secondary ledger. As I mentioned that I have a second ledger which is linked to my primary ledger. And if I click on the view output of one of the journal import, I should be able to see 4 entries, 4 lines. It's basically debiting one of the bank account, crediting the intercompany payable account, and then again debiting intercompany receivable account, and then crediting the other bank account. I can show you the required entries. Let me just wait for the journal import to be completed. Yeah, journal import is completed. Now you can again go back to this bank account transfer. You can requery, and then you should be able to see the required journal entries here. And then I'll also show you the same entries in GL. Just let me show you here. View cash flows, and then click on the hyperlink for the cash flow number, view accounting details. So here you can see this is my, yeah, I think you should be able to set up any one of those things. Interesting. I think you should be able to click on this final accountant. This is what it says, final accountant. And click on the hyperlink. Yeah, here you can see the required journal entry. So cash account got debited and intercompany payable got credited. This is for cash flow number 326. If you click on the cash flow number 325, you should be able to see that intercompany receivable should be debited and your cash account should be credited. Okay, we can see both of these accounting entries directly in GL. Now let me switch back to GL responsibility. General Ledger Supervisor Reliance INR. Journals, enter Reliance INR ledger, sources cash management, and then creation date is today's date 25th December 2019, and posting is unposted. Okay, here you can see the required accounting entries. So this is the bank account where you have actually, this is the source bank account where you have actually transfers the funds, and this is the destination bank account which has received the funds. So if you read this particular accounting entry, this account got debited 02, got debited 02 company code with the 1110 cash account got debited. 02 is nothing but your Reliance Textiles. Okay, this got debited and your intercompany payable accounts got credited with an intercompany segment of 01. Similarly, your intercompany receivable got credited under 01 company with an intercompany segment of 02, and your cash account got credited here. So it's simple, like cash got reduced from 01 company and it is transferred to 02 company. So here you can see your 01 company got credited, 01 is credited and 02 is actually debited, and the other side has gone to your intercompany receivable and intercompany payable accounts with the intercompany segments. 02 is the intercompany segment, 01 is the intercompany. So this is how you perform your bank account transfer between different legal entities using cash management module. I mean, if required, if you do not want to use your cash management module, you can directly pass this particular entry directly within GL, and as soon as you post, I mean, when you are actually passing a manual entry within GL, you actually credit this and debit this, and as soon as you post, system will automatically create these entries. But if you want to use a real cash management module for the bank account transfer, then this is how you need to perform the steps within the cash management module. Thank you. Thanks for watching my video. For interesting videos on Oracle Financials, please do subscribe to my channel. Thank you.